Hello everyone, and welcome to the Red Door Yoga Mini Sutra series online. We're filming a slightly different location today. I'm actually in the garden outside of the Red Door Yoga small studio. So there's going to be a little bit more natural and ambient noise, so I hope it's not distracting for you guys today. Thank you for joining me. What I wanted to talk a little bit about today was the idea that the truth is somewhere in between. And so, I want to give you guys the example of when my husband and I first got together, probably within the first year of our relationship. I was talking to him about the fact that I had wanted to take Russian while I was at university, and I made a choice at that point in time, based on my workload, not to pursue Russian. But as time had gone on, every so often it was something that occurred to me that I would still have liked to have learned Russian. For those of you who know me, I actually speak German, and I know French and Spanish. I've taken these languages in the past, and I tend to actually pursue experiences that appeal to me. And it was one of those times where I kind of went, I got to make a choice. And then I continued to think, well, maybe I would have liked to have done that still. So he said, you can't do everything. And at the time, this is almost 20 years ago, at the time I kind of looked at him and egoically responded, well, why not, right? And I say egoically because I definitely had a reaction in me to the idea of being told I couldn't do everything. And so time went on, and then a few years later, again, being very busy at this point, life seemed to have so much responsibility in it that I did kind of go to that place where I thought, you can't do everything, right? I accepted it kind of as a truth. You can't do everything. Now, I still do believe in that, but what I want to say to you really is that, again, the truth is somewhere in between. What I mean by that is, if you are simply pursuing human desire, there is no end to human desire, okay? There is always something more, something else to desire. So, let's say it was Russian, then I would learn Russian, and then something else would come up that I desired, and I would want to pursue that and want to pursue the other thing. And, eventually, effectively, I would get to the end of my life, I would die, and there would still be desires that I had that, I hadn't actually attained. Because there is no end to human desire. That is one of the things that Eastern philosophy really tries to show us. So in that case, you can't do everything. You can't do everything in this lifetime, and your desires will outstrip you at every turn if you allow it. But the other side of that equation is where you start to believe that you can't do anything. Okay, so there's you can't do everything, and then there is you can't do anything. So you can actually get busy and have all these responsibilities, and then start to sell yourself the idea that there isn't space in your life for new experiences, to pursue anything that kind of lights you up or interests you. And as I was saying, the truth is somewhere in between. So what you really need to do is to start to pare down your desires. Meaning you go and you start looking at things and you start to go, what do I really want? Okay? Because like I said, if we're just talking about garden variety desires, there is no limit to what your mind will come up with. Okay? So you start to really contemplate deeply, what is it that bubbles up from inside of me? What is it that I really and truly desire that isn't so fleeting and so transient and so, egoically based in just this moment? And when you start to look at this and you start to realize that there are some fundamental things that you do desire, then you have to realize that you can do those things. That, and even if you can't do it in this moment, you can actually basically position yourself to pursue this thing, this experience in your life. You can actually allow this thing to come into being. So you have to be mindful of not sitting on either extremes, which is the you can't do everything, and you can't do anything. You can do that which you truly desire, but you need to sit down and start to really pare things away and become clear on what it is that you desire. Okay? Thank you, everyone. I hope this was helpful. If you have questions or thoughts, please do share them in the comment section below. If you are finding us on the YouTube, the Red Door Yoga YouTube channel, please do subscribe to the channel. I believe you have to ring the bell at the top. And we do check on your comments, we do check on your questions, and they're also very helpful to us to know what it is that you would like us to talk more about. So we're always grateful to hear from you. Thank you, everyone. Namaste.